exciting episode of the Economic Times Cutting Chai Stories with me, Isha Bhalla. Let's get this conversation started right here. The Economic Times Cutting Chai Story is a series brought to you by ET Edge, where we get to converse with CXOs, info entertain you, our viewers, while sipping our cup of chai. Well, it is so very exciting to present to you a very, very special guest today, because we do believe that every person has an urge to lead, to contribute for greater good. And today, our special guest is a leader, one of his kind. I'd like to present to you Mr. Kaustubh Dabral, Chief Information Officer, Dabral India Limited, who comes with an experience of over 2 decades in strategizing, in planning, in developing and implementing cutting-edge information technology solutions to address business opportunities. May I extend a very warm welcome to Mr. Dabral. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you, Isha. Thank you for having me here, and thanks for Economic Times.
Well, as we look forward to getting to know you as a leader, the first question that really does come to my mind is that very often people working in the IT domain are often perceived to be highly technical with their approach. But how important do you think are people skills when it comes to those working in the technology industry?
Yeah. So, Isha, I mean, just like in any other industry, the people skills are incredibly important in technology industry too, especially in today's environment where the hybrid workplace and virtual collaboration is more prominent. While the technical skills are certainly necessary to succeed in IT, it is important to remember that at the end of the day, technology is ultimately created for and being used by humans. Having a strong, people skill can help an IT professional to communicate more effectively with their colleagues, clients, stakeholders. They can include their ability to explain complex technical concepts in a non-technical way so that people can understand. Similarly, the effective collaboration skill is also crucial in technology space, because if you look at IT as a function, it cuts across all the traditional function in an organization. So a good people management skill, a good people skill helps an IT person to collaborate with different functions effectively. So yeah, I mean, it is equally important as much as technical skills.
Yes, absolutely. And in fact, we do believe that these are skills that you do form in your foundation years. And if I was to ask you, if I take you back on the recap journey, and I ask you in your childhood, your school, your learning, what or who or any one instance that you can think of that really has shaped you, has had a very positive influence on you, which one would that be?
See, there are many. I mean, I can't say that, there was one fine morning, it's a wow feeling that, I gained something about it. But one thing I want to tell you, and this is more regarding my professional career, the piece of advice what I have received, which has actually helped me a lot in building my career, professional career. And it is about developing a statesman-like quality. As a leader, you have to take decisions on a regular basis. Okay. And my principle was always to do what is right, not what suits me or not what is easy. Many a times, a right is not always easy and comfortable, but it is always sustainable. During my middle period of my career, okay, something which I learned from series of events or instances, okay, is that building this statesmanship quality is very important. If you want to grow as a leader in any field, this quality plays a very important role, because as a leader, you have to effectively navigate through complex issues. You will always deal with ambiguity all the time. You have to build consensus, lead other people who are not, directly under your influence towards a common goal. And that is where this quality plays a very important role.
Right, very well said, that however difficult a decision might be, we have to stick by it if it's the right one. And like you said, it is indeed a very tough task to be a leader up there. But we always have that one person that can really be our confidant or our friendly, who listen to us without being judged? Who is that one person in your life?
Without doubt, my wife. She's my most trusted companion who stands by me, by my side through thick and thin. And she's my biggest cheerleader, always encourages me, supports me in all my endeavors. At the same time, she's my biggest critique too. And that helps me, grow and become a better person. She's honest, upfront about her opinion, never mince her word. But fortunately, she's quite polite as well. So she puts her things in a polite way.
I think she's also going to be the first viewer of this very interesting show right here. And, you did mention about how one needs to criticize you as well as listen to you. And one needs to keep a very broad mind in that. So if I was to ask you that when we're working in big teams, we always do have conflicts. We always do have teams working together closely. How is it that you manage all of this in your team and keep them motivated at the same time?
Oh, okay. See, in order to build an effective team, or what we call it a high-performing team, which is always motivated, I practice 5 principles. And this means something, is my mantra all the time. The first one is simplicity. We keep things simple. As a team, we have our strength and our limitation. We harp on our strength, we cover our weaknesses. Each member in the team fully understands his or her role in the overall scheme, which is in accordance to that person's strength and desire. So when you do a work which is in line with your strength and desire, you generally excel. And when you excel, you are respected by your coworker. So simplicity is one. The second thing is we discuss with open mind and decide. And once we decide, we go all in. We share our success, we share our failures. Okay, there is no post facto blame game whenever or whichever organization I have built the team. I don't like if somebody is coming, some of my team member is coming and telling me, I told you so. Okay, we gave everybody an opportunity to raise their point. We may choose not to take that particular point and decide to go in another way, but we never do a blame game. The third one is inspired trust and mutual respect. Nothing excites me more when I see one team member is appreciating the other team member. I value internal recognition and appreciation equally or probably more than the external validation. The fourth one is ownership. We build a culture of ownership. Okay, we make things happen. We all are joined by hips, and we never. So it is never in my team. It is never about you versus me. Okay, it is always about we. How can we together be more successful? Last point, and this is I practice to be. In a very religious way, is have fun. I personally believe and very strongly believe that the team which bonds at a personal level performs better than the team which only bonds at a professional level. So we make sure that we celebrate success. We make sure that our chins are up during the difficult circumstances, but we never cease to have a great laugh.
Right. So it's important to connect as a team, as people. And these really are 5 success mantras that I'm sure teams would love to build in themselves as well. And, here I'm very, very curious to know that when you're hiring people for your team, what is it that you look out for? Or shall I say, if you're presented with 2 equally qualified candidates, what is that one trait that will make you pick one to the other?
Okay, so see, listen, being in the technology industry, I do, appreciate and respect the technical acumen. So between 2 people, if a person is having a better technical acumen, obviously I choose that person. But having said that, if I have an equally qualified candidate and if I have to pick one, I rate positive attitude higher as compared to technical skills or software skills. I have seen in several cases wherein a person with a positive attitude excelled more than the person with a higher technical skills and better software skills or communication, because the person with the right attitude will fit into company culture easily, will have a better learning agility, they understand their place in the team better, and also respect the other team members. And all these things, if I combine together, will make that person an effective contributor to the team. So, I mean, if you ask me, I'll rate positive attitude of as higher attribute if I have an equally qualified two candidates.
That's actually a very important point. Somebody who comes with an open mind, somebody who's ready to explore a lot more, be a part of a system and a team. And now that we are talking about qualities, what is it that you really value as a leader? And what do you feel that one must really hold very, very close when you're in a leadership role?
See, there are many, but if I have to pick one, it's humility. Acknowledging the fact that I alone can't do anything. I believe, and I strongly believe, that my dependency on my team is more than as compared to their dependency on me. So as a leader, I tend to create a safe and a supportive work environment. I believe that I'm approachable, I'm open-minded, always willing to listen to different opinions, and take feedback in the right spirit as well. I also recognize and respect the strength of individuals in my team. That helps me, to build or that helps me to build a sense of trust and admiration among my team members. So all these comes through humility. I mean, I'm very humble, and all credit goes to my team when we do something good, and happy to take it on my chin if something doesn't go right.
In fact, conversing with you, I get that very, very positive vibe right here. And that really does make me ask you something. There's always something about being at the right place at the right time. So in your life, if you were to look back, has luck really played a role, or would you say that you've achieved everything thanks to your hard work, your dedication, and your spirit to go after it?
Sorry. I do believe in luck. And I strongly believe in luck. Don't get me wrong. Qualifications, experience, hard work are undoubtedly very important factors. But luck also plays a significant role in the success. Like if I say, I can't create a template and give it to somebody who is joining this industry and say that, listen, I've been in this industry for 20 years. Follow these guidelines and you will be successful. It doesn't work that way. Okay, some element of luck is always there, which differs from person to person. But to be very honest, what has worked for me, whatever little whatever little I have achieved in my life is the passion, a stubborn desire to excel in my work. How can I bring a positive impact to the organization from my work? And when I'm saying I always, bring team first. And these are the key elements which drives me. And along with that, luck follows.
Wonderful. In fact, this actually makes me go to a very broad question out here. And you've been talking about how you've grown as a leader, as a person. And if we talk about our country, in your working life of 2 decades, I'm sure you've seen that we have expanded, the industry is growing, our country is today on the global map. But if I was to ask you, if you were to maybe share your opinion on any one area or industry that you'd like to see India do even better, which one would that be?
In fact, it will be 2 instead of 1. The first one is in the area of sustainability. If you see right now, we are the largest human resource in the world. And to be very honest, we can lead in this space and make others follow us. The impact we can bring in with incremental change, just because of sheer of scale, okay, that impact can be unprecedented and can be much, much higher than any other Western or a developed nation. So sustainability is one area where we are already doing good, but I mean, I believe that, India should lead the world in that particular space. The second one is innovation. While we are doing, we are continuously improving in that particular space. However, there is still a significant room, okay, in terms of innovation, whether it is in the field of technology, whether it is in the field of manufacturing, agriculture, biotechnology, so on and so forth. I sincerely believe that, once we conquer this, make in India, then we should move to innovate by India, inspire the world.
Fantastic. We have a theme for our upcoming years as well, and you've got to take credit for that one for sure. I'll be using it in a lot of places. And this is what actually leads me to my next question, that where do you think Indian organizations today stand when it comes to developing and onboarding cutting edge technology, especially because you are from the industry itself?
See, if you take an example, so before I talk about Indian industry, let me just first talk about government, because generally we believe that, industries are agile, government is slow. But if you take an example of a COVID, and I just wanted to share with you that I was talking to one of my friend in US during the COVID period, and when vaccination came in, and he told me that, I got vaccinated and then I will get my certificate in 1 week's time. And this, I'm talking about US, probably the most developed nation in the world. When we started rolling out vaccination, and this is my personal experience, that by the time I got my vaccination and I reached to my parking lot of my building, I had a certificate in my mobile. This is the kind of technology adoption, the cutting edge technology adoption by government. Government is leading in this particular space, and the enterprises are following. So to be very honest, I strongly believe that, we are doing very good when it comes to adopting cutting edge technologies. The human resource, what we have, I mean, they are going to innovate more, and yeah, I mean, I see bright future for us in India.
And I'm sure that all our viewers have had a wonderful, wonderful time knowing you as a leader. But now we'd love to know you as a person. So I'm going to dive into a rapid fire, which is just really going to be to know the fun side of you. Are you ready for this one?
Yep.
All right. The answers have to be very, very quick. You choose either or. My first question, are you a thinker or a doer?
Thinker.
Introvert or extrovert?
Extrovert.
Time with friends or alone time?
Both.
Good choice. Okay, a traveler or you with a book?
A traveler.
And something very interesting, and we'd love to know this, fussy with food and very, very particular, or you love to explore?
I mean, I'm very fussy with food. I'm not a foodie kind of a person. I eat it because I'm feeling hungry. So
Okay, so now very important. What makes you super fresh first thing in the morning? Is it your coffee or is it our cutting chai?
Talking to my daughter makes me super fresh in the morning. But yeah, I would prefer coffee as well.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we would love to have a session soon with your daughter as well, and we'd love to get to know her. But it has been wonderful interacting with you, somebody who's really always led large-scale digital transformation to drive business value and to know you as a person as well. Thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you, Isha.